Okay, now I'm really confused as to whose side Hawks is actually on. What's up, it's Truth Hero, and welcome back to another My Hero Academia chapter review. Today, we'll be discussing Boku no Hero Academia chapter 231 of the manga. And man, is this a crazy chapter. We'll look at everything from Gigantomachia waking up to being on the move, to twice becoming the all-time MVP of the League of Villains, as well as the possibility that Hawks may have just killed Best Jeanist. Let's dive in. Let's start with the giant himself. I love these sniff sniff sound effects in the beginning of the chapter. Gigantomachia returns and is ready to sniff out his master's successor and absolutely throw down. Gigantomachia also seems rather concerned with Shigaraki, or master's successor, but not in a whole I want to beat you into submission kind of way, but a genuine where are you? What happened to you? And maybe a little, where's my opponent? Regardless of the giant's motives, once he arrives and all these powerful forces collide, this is going to be one insane and awesome fight. Besides everyone's favorite giant returning and waking up, Hawks returns. Now, it seems like the winged hero is continuing his investigation, and he calls Dabi. Except, he doesn't get an answer. And to Hawks, something is immediately suspicious. It's apparent that the League of Villains and their movements lately are not normal. I'm wondering if him not being able to contact Dabi will actually prompt him to go out and seek them and actually end up with Hawks arriving at this city where the Liberation Army is fighting the League of Villains. This makes it interesting because this would be heroes showing up to the scene. Or if it's Hawks, I guess it's heroes. Immediately after this call scene, we enter a Hawks flashback. Now, there is a lot to unpack here, but one crucial thing to note before talking about the past is this billboard about Best Jeanist. When we last saw Best Jeanist, he was, well, getting absolutely rocked by All for One while being true to the title of number 3 hero, or number 4 at this time, and saving all of his teammates. Hawks is still luring Dabi, trying to play the fool and get Dabi to forget about the risks and only focus on the rewards, hoping that he'll get information from the League of Villains for his undercover investigation. Dabi tells him that this is the last job for you, and for the League of Villains to truly tear down the system, they can't just stop with Endeavor. They need to target someone besides the number 1 hero. Someone like Best Jeanist. The manga even makes it a point to note his hero ranking, even though he's in civilian clothing at his apartment, and doesn't say anything about Hawks' ranking. To me, this is hard evidence that the target Dabi intended for Hawks was the number 3 hero with the dangerous denim. Depending on the translation or version you read, Hawks also says, the sooner this world is rid of heroes, the better. Sure, he could just be tricking Dabi, but given all the evidence, Hawks may very well have gone evil, not staying loyal to his government investigation, but instead taking down Hero Society, and starting this crusade with his elimination of Best Jeanist. Yes, if Hawks kills a hero, this would prove instantly to the League of Villains that he is with them, and Hawks would finally get to meet their boss Shigaraki, which would be perfect for his investigation. But no investigation into villains would kill innocent heroes. The government would not allow this to happen. So if this is truly Hawks' rationale, then he's gone. He's gone to the dark side. In previous chapters with the winged hero, we learned that he just wants to relax and have a life of leisure. He doesn't want to concern himself with villain groups or if there's enough heroes to fight them. He just wants to fight petty crime, go on daily patrols, and then kick back with a cold one at the end of the day. Hawks' ideals seem rather liberating, and except for the idea which the Liberation Army holds that my quirk is more powerful, therefore my social standing goes up, they're pretty much in line with each other. So Hawks, being the best bird boy he is, goes and pays the number 3 hero in recovery a visit. But something is off. Something is suspicious. Best Jeanist even remarks that, wow, gee Hawks, it's rare for you to visit me like this. And as we see at the end of the flashback, Hawks spreads his wings and draws a feather sword, preparing to kill Best Jeanist. But what do you guys think? Did Hawks just become the next hero killer? If Hawks were to truly kill Best Jeanist, then this murder and flashback would have actually occurred recently because of this billboard in the present telling us that Best Jeanist is a missing person. This billboard would not occur without his death, and actually might be solid evidence that he is in fact dead, or at least very gone. Think about it, if Best Jeanist was just recovering, sure he'd be out of the public's eye, but he wouldn't be a missing person like the billboard said, especially not to his sidekick, who on the contrary would know what was going on, and who would probably be the one to go visit him the most often. This is hard evidence that Best Jeanist, wherever his person or body is not at home, and not hidden from the public. He's missing. Now I'm not sure what evidence Dabi and the League of Villains wants to see of Best Jeanist's death, but that's an awfully big backpack Hawks is carrying around. Draw your own conclusions. Also, it may be the case that Hawks in this chapter is calling Dabi to follow up on their call from the flashback to tell him that, we got him, mission accomplished, the denim is dead, let me meet your boss Shigaraki, trust me. But there's a bit more to this. For all you Best Burb stans, there's two possibilities than Hawks just being a cold-blooded killer. Number 1, Best Jeanist and Hawks are faking this assassination to convince Dabi that Hawks is truly loyal to the League of Villains. If the third place hero is suspected dead right after the number 1 hero is scarred, society loses more hope and the League of Villains gain more power and influence. But they could become careless and leak too much information to Hawks, since he would certainly be trusted after eliminating a hero. This could also explain why Best Jeanist is laying low. Maybe he's been planning this from the shadows all along. The League of Villains would never suspect that a hero who survived All for One and who desperately wants to return to the public eye would then fake his own death. This would be the exact opposite of what Best Jeanist wants Hero Society to see. Rising hope and then it swiftly being crushed again. But it would be perfect for fooling the League of Villains. Also, side note, this works with my backpack theory, as Hawks could just be carrying Best Jeanist in that backpack and them two are going on a little secret mission to attack the League of Villains. Not likely because they might need more firepower, but it could work, especially since Best Jeanist can manipulate clothing fiber. Maybe he can make that backpack compact. The second option might not give you so much comfort, and that's the possibility that Hawks just went rogue. Not just to his government investigation, to everyone, including the League of Villains. If it's like Dabi said, this is the last mission, and if Hawks completes it, then he gets to meet Shigaraki, gets to join them, and they trust him, great. But who cares? Hawks just wants relaxation, leisure, and a carefree life. Hawks can eliminate the heroes and villains, thus making sure there is no conflict, no major good or evil. A society can simply meander along without too much fuss. Hawks can deal with the petty crime and disputes, and then go home and drink beer all he wants. After Hawks kills Best Jeanist, he simply calls Dabi, gets the location of the League of Villains, and then sends the heroes to arrest them. The heroes will apprehend the League of Villains, but they'll also have to contend with the Liberation Army. Casualties on all sides, and after Hawks just eliminated a top 3 hero, there's no more major players in society. Hawks has calmed things down, and he's on top, with no worries. But what do you guys think? Do you actually think Hawks killed Best Jeanist? Or is there a crazier plan behind this? Let me know your theories in the comments below. Just when you thought Shigaraki and crew were done for, Twice to the rescue. I love that Twice finally gets to be of use to Shigaraki, even though he pretty much was before, but in him overcoming his trauma and multiplying himself, he finally feels that he isn't held back and can use his true powers for Shigaraki. Maybe even help him so much that Shigaraki can catch some Z's. Twice clears a path to ReDestro's tower, and then he can finish off the Liberation Army himself. I'm actually worried that there's not going to be enough soldiers to later subdue Gigantomachia. One thing that will happen though is Shigaraki vs ReDestro, or at least Shigaraki and Twice facing him. It's too personal with Garan, but more on this in a bit. Now the politician Hanabata is pretty interesting here because he's actually kind of a hypocrite. So I guess he's like every politician. Hanabata says, "We humans are not weak. Everyone holds power within them." Now I get that he's saying this to rile up the troops of the Liberation Army, but in the last chapter, we learn that the more powerful one's special ability is, the more power and privilege they will have in the future society that the Liberation Army makes. So why did this politician join the Liberation Army? If he's so self-serving like all party members and politicians are, it's clear to me that he's one of these people with a powerful special ability. At the end of this sequence, we have Spinner commenting on Hanabata and what he ought to do. I would love it if Spinner was the one to take this guy down. Perhaps he and Mr. Compress can be the ones to finish him off, and we can finally get their backstories along the way. At the end of the chapter, Twice reaches the top floor and confronts ReDestro. Now, I'll leave you here, but I'll mention a few things first. 1. these two gorilla-looking henchmen that were skeptics look exactly the same. Now, I'm hoping that they're just identical twins, like me, but if not, Twice may not be the only one that's doubling himself. Number 2 is Skeptic. He's still alive. He just ran off when ReDestro called him out. So I predict that Shigaraki and Twice will also have to deal with him. And number 3, ReDestro just started to use his quirk. Get ready, boys and girls. The fight of My Hero Academia is about to begin. Who will be the villain kings? As always, thanks for watching. I know it was a bit of a long one, but I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know your thoughts. What's going to happen in this fight, especially when Gigantomachia arrives? Give me the play-by-play. And what do you guys think? What are your theories about the whole Hawks Best Jeanist situation? Let me know down below in the comments. And if you guys enjoy My Hero Academia content and these manga reviews, consider enrolling at UA today by clicking that subscribe button down below. And until next time, plus ultra.
夜